I want to speak to you most seriously about the question of unemployment and employment in Australia. The situation is serious. The fact is that in civilian employment today there are less men employed than there were 2 years ago. That's a bad state of the economy. Labor stands for full employment, which is the right of every Australian, man and woman, to get a job on reasonable terms, and we shall secure it. We did under Mr Curtin and Mr H.V, and that situation of full employment has got to be restored. That is Labor's policy. Jobs for all, just as it is homes for all. But jobs for all is absolutely vital. I ask you therefore to support Labor in its attempt to restore full employment, and then we shall maintain full employment in Australia. Thank you very much for listening to my message. I want to tell you very shortly about Labor's great family policy for the elections. It's the key of our proposals to the people. Child endowment will be increased. First child payment 5 to 10 shillings. Second payment 10 shillings to 17 and sixpence. Third and other children to £1 each. That's only part of the policy. Children from 16 to 18 will continue to receive the endowment if they're being educated at school. It's a policy for the home. We'll abolish sales tax on vital home furniture. We'll help the people in their home. We'll help the family. That is the absolute basis of Labor's policy. We'll restore the true purchasing value of the endowments as they existed under the Labor government of Mr H.V, and will help the economy to right itself, restore employment throughout Australia. That is Labor's family policy. So support Labor. Thank you for listening. Labor's policy is not only a great family policy, but it takes care of the pensioners. The aged and invalid pensioners to whom we owe so much will get substantial increases. So with the widows who receive a pension with their attendant allowances. And then the pensioners through war, the repatriation pensioners, will get substantial increases also. And the TPI, totally and permanently disabled servicemen, will get the basic wage as an absolute irreducible minimum. For the soldiers too, we propose to see that they get the benefit of the doubt under the Act, which they've not been getting, and that they also get assistance legally in their problems. These are great parts of Labor's policy, the pensioners. So please understand that Labor stands not only for the family policy, but for a great policy for the pensioners to whom we owe so much. Thank you for listening to my message. I want to tell you a message about Labor's great educational policy. It's very important. Recently, the Murray Committee recommended great assistance to the universities, and that's being done. But Labor wants a Murray Committee or something representative like it to deal with education at the level of the high school and the secondary school and the technical school. We look forward to a Commonwealth scholarship scheme to be recommended by that committee, such as was started by Mr H.V after the war, and was most successful. And we believe in this, that no boy or girl in Australia shall be deprived of the benefit of full education simply by lack of means. Education's the key of the future. Every parent should remember that in voting for Labor, they'll vote for an educational scheme such as I've suggested. Thank you very much for listening to our message on education. A special word to you about Labor's policy on hire purchase and homes. Labor's policy favours hire purchase, but we think the rate of interest is grossly excessive. The Commonwealth Bank started the hire purchase system in Australia, but it doesn't actively engage to the same extent as before. We shall re-establish it with full power and at a reduced rate of interest. Similarly with home building. The real puzzle and difficulty in home building is the high rate of interest, and we intend right through the whole area of home building, whether it's war service homes, whether it's cooperative homes, whether it's the state housing, to get the interest down so that the people can get their homes. So with marriage loans, the interest will have to be very low to help the young people. That is Labor's policy, an attack on interest to get it reasonable. Thank you for listening.